Welcome back, everyone, to this week's episode of Embrace Your Uniqueness. My name's Isaac Merz, and today I want to talk about daring to know yourself better, unlocking the potential and that joy and that spirit inside of you that's going to launch you towards your dreams and your goals. It's all about that self-understanding, self-acceptance, and self-love, and the growth-minded mindset you need to go towards the goals and the dreams that you have inside. We have to become brave enough to challenge ourselves. We have to become bold when sharing our special story. We all have something special inside. Are we willing and able to make the stand and say, yes, this is the life that's worth fighting for? Thank you so much again for tuning in and supporting this channel, embracing your uniqueness. That I just would love to spread this to more and more people, and we're able to do that together. If you can share and comment and like this video, that will tell YouTube that this message is important and that maybe it can reach more and more people, because I'm here just to tell you that what you want in life is possible. It's all about how you work towards it daily. And that comes from self-development. And I know from personal experience, and what I wanted to share with us today is I wanted to share with you a picture of myself 10 years ago. 10 years ago, this was Isaac. 10 years ago, this was an Isaac that was so depressed and just flailing through life. I'm wondering if out there anyone can feel that, where you have what you want in your life, where you could see yourself, but it's like this flickering small hope, and it's like this unconfident dream, and it's almost like, well, if it happens, but most likely it won't kind of feeling. And this Isaac was living that. This Isaac was clueless how to get to where he wanted to go. And to see that Isaac, when I look at that picture, I just see so much sadness, and I look older than I should be. I look worn out, and that's just the way I interpret my picture. But I'm sure that out there you understand that if you look back at yourself at a picture in a time when you're going through harder moments before you're able to figure out what needs to change and make those changes and grow and to become a better version of yourself, you look back at yourself in the thick of the storm and you see yourself as this, almost like this, wow, I can't believe that was me. And that's kind of how I felt when I saw this picture today. So I wanted to come on this week and just say, I was hit so hard by this photograph because of all the work it took to come today to be a better version of myself. And that is what drives me to do these videos. Is I know that if I can change, if I can do it, so can you. I live with so much self-doubt. I grew up with disabilities. I was adopted from South America. I was so fortunate to fall into a family that took me in, adopted me with all their heart and all their love to support me. And I just was, set off to succeed. And I'm so lucky. And I think about how if I can take my story and share it with other people and help other people realize that your story is important and it's such a gift and you need to grow into the person you want to be. And if you're able to do it, then the world just kind of opens up and you're able to impact other people's lives in such a positive way. So I look at myself now and, I just took the responsibilities and I took accountability, and that was a big part. 10 years ago, that Isaac was blaming everyone, and I know maybe you can understand that feeling. You hate your job because your job's no good, and you don't make enough money, or you don't understand why the government's so hard, or you don't understand why this is happening, or your neighbor does this to you, or you wish you could have someone else's life, or you're envious of other people's belongings, and everything seems so far away and distant. It's like almost like you're on the outside looking in at life. And I was living in that shoes. Like I couldn't even celebrate other musicians that were around me because I was so envious that if they got popular, or scared even, like if they were popular or if they were successful, then there wouldn't be enough success for me. And that was such a negative way of living my life. And it was like I was just like, it's so shaky. And now that lack of confidence I had, I realize now that was so detrimental to where I wanted to go. And it wasn't until about 4.5 years ago when I finally hit to a point where I just said, enough is enough. I do not want to be this anymore. I need to live a different way. I want to be a person in this world that's more positive, that's more self-directed, and more confident that, yes, I can do what I want to do, and I am unstoppable, and I am able to achieve my goals. I just need to figure out the main reason that's stopping me, and that was me. And so I had to get to know myself better. I had to understand who I was or what I wanted, and then realize that, one, I'm more capable than I was giving myself credit for, and I'm on more control of the destination I want to get to. I just had to figure out how to live a positive, directed life. And it took self-discipline. It took a lot of self-evaluation. It took a lot of time to live in my life, because I wasn't living my life before. I was intoxicated at times. I was spending so much time in bars and in these over social situations where you're almost like a chameleon in the world. You can be what you need to be in that moment, and you're running thin, and you're just pulled apart, and I just felt like I was nobody, but yet something to somebody. I felt like I was nobody on the inside because I was running low on energy, but I truly did feel like I was a small something to a bunch of people, and I just didn't even know what was going on. It was hard to sustain that, and eventually I didn't sustain that, and eventually I failed hard, and I hit the ground hard, and I hit that moment, like I said, where I said no more. And I'm telling you now, there will be a moment, whether you've been in that moment or you're heading towards that moment or you've come out of that moment, where you said, enough is enough. Today I want to stand still and take control of the direction of my life. And at first you get into the world of self-development, whether you're on YouTube or you go on to any other social media where there's tons of information, tons of free content about taking control of your life and believing in the possibilities and that anything's possible and you can be anything you want. And it sounds so foreign and so odd, because you're so used to this negative monologue about the world around you, about the people around you, about circumstances, about how you aren't given this, or you should be this, and if you could be that or this. And life has just got you down, and you become exactly what society wants you to be: a small, weak, low self-esteem, low confidence consumer, where you're told, if you buy and work for me at this wage, then you can build confidence. But that's not it, unless you're working towards your dreams and your goals. And I had to take that time, and I took that time because, let's face it, if you realize that you can't be that person anymore, if you've come to that point, then you have to understand this. In order for things to change, you have to change. You have to take control of the things that you can control. And that's in you. That's your mind. The battleground is your mind. What you think about yourself, what you feel about yourself, the way you interpret the world around you, the way you see possibilities is here. And that if you can control this, and you will stop all these poorly duct tape versions of fixing your life and these poor excuses, because this is the battleground that you need to control. And I'm telling you, it took me years to overcome all of the negative blocks I had in my life. But you know what? It was worth it, because in 4.5 years, in that range, what I have done for myself and for my self-confidence and the world around me and the person that I am, I would do it again in a heartbeat, even though it was so hard at the beginning. In the beginning, I was just walking around, listening to these motivational tapes, thinking, oh my gosh, what the heck is everyone talking about? And this is just a bunch of bullshit. Really, it just sounds like bullshit at the beginning, because your brain's sitting there like, no, it can't be that easy. It's not that simple. You just gotta take what you can take and be happy. But that's not it. You can live with gratitude, and you can start to work your way back. And you can do this by making your goals. Start writing down what you want in this world, where you want to see yourself. and start writing down a list of what you want to achieve, because by writing things down, you start to like really visualize and really start becoming attached to your driving wants. And then take real accountability for your life. Eat healthier, sleep better, work out, take care of yourself, take control. Stop living on your couch in front of Netflix and like pissing away every day. Like, you have to stop. You can't just expect things to come your way. Successful people have a drive in a relationship with themselves that is number one. And you have to learn to love yourself. It's self-understanding, self-acceptance, self-love, and self-growth-minded mindset. I think about why so many relationships have failed in my life when I was really down on myself. But that was because I was expecting other people to be my source of happiness, to be my source of success, to give me permission to feel good about myself, or to grant me permission to achieve my goals. Everything was outside, and that's putting so much pressure on people that the people that you pull in close eventually just wear thin of carrying your happiness. And that's not fair. It's not a fair burden to put on people. So I still now take full responsibilities for all the bridges I burnt was because of me not loving me. Now, fast forward into this world I have now, the family network that I have, and the closeness to the community that I have, the personal relationships that I have, so strengthened by the fact that I live with love for myself, and I have more of a confidence and an understanding of myself. So maybe you're in this world, and maybe this reaches to you, and maybe you can understand where I'm going with this video, that what we have gone through, we can grow from. We don't have to be defined by our past, and it's okay to make mistakes, and you're forgiven to just to have people not like you, and to fail people, and to let people down. You're going to do that in life. There's so many people in this world. You can't make everyone happy. You can't make everyone like you, and you can't be something to everyone. But what you can be is the best version of yourself. You can take accountability. You can grow to become the best version of yourself. You can live a life of passion and happiness, and you can give so much of yourself to other people as soon as you start taking all the necessary steps to loving yourself and to really bringing up the biggest light inside of you so you can shine for other people. And if we can encourage each other to grow, and encourage each other to dream and set goals, and encourage each other to just express themselves and to learn and to help each other, we can create such a better community around you, family network around you. It's all about that ripple of energy, that beautiful light that we can spread out, and I truly believe that we can help each other. And I really love putting together these weekly videos. I want you to know that if I can do this, if I can change and I can grow into a better version of myself, I promise you can do it too. And I know that it's out there for you. Give yourself the freedom to love and explore just how special you are. And take that time. I want you to embrace your uniqueness and do the daily work. Keep going at it. Network yourself in positive places. Find the people in the world that push you to be the best version of yourself. Self-understanding, self-acceptance, self-love, and that growth-minded mindset. I hope you have a great day, and thanks again for tuning in.